All right, let's talk about some spooky, weird rituals that, against all logic, actually seem to work. You know the ones I'm talking about? The stuff you'd see in a movie or try at a sleepover that leaves you wondering?
Wait, how did we just do that?
First up, the absolute classic. Light as a feather, stiff as a board. I'm sure you know this one. One person lies flat on the floor, completely relaxed. A group of friends, maybe 4 or 5 people, gather around them. Now here's the fun part. Each person places just 2 fingers from each hand under the person on the floor. You try to lift them, and nothing. It's impossible, right? The person is dead weight. But then the ritual begins. Everyone pulls their hands back and places them in a stack, one on top of the other, usually over the person's head or chest. You start the chant, slowly, rhythmically. Light as a feather, stiff as a board. You repeat it over and over, everyone in sync. The energy in the room starts to feel different, focused. After chanting for a minute or so, you all put your fingers back in place under the person. And this time, you lift, and they float. I mean, it feels like they're floating. They rise up into the air with an eerie lack of effort. It feels like you're lifting a pillow, not a whole person. Everyone who's ever done this successfully has the same story. A moment of shared, wide-eyed disbelief. So what's the deal? Is it a ghost? Did you summon a spirit to help you? The scientific explanation is a little less supernatural, but still pretty cool. It's all about physics and psychology. The chanting and a synchronized effort coordinate your lifting force perfectly. Everyone lifts at the exact same moment with the exact same upward pressure. The weight of the person is distributed so evenly among all the fingers that each person is only lifting a small fraction of the total weight. It's a trick of synchronized force and focused intention. But when you're in that moment, it feels like pure magic. Okay, but what about something that defies physics on a more personal level? Let's talk about spoon bending. This one was made famous by Uri Geller, the mentalist who claimed he could bend spoons with his mind. You've probably seen it. Someone takes a regular solid metal spoon, holds it, and focuses their energy on it. They might rub it, talk to it, and just concentrate. And then, slowly, the spoon starts to get soft. It begins to bend, seemingly on its own, as if the metal has turned to putty in their hands. So, is this a superpower? Are you secretly a telekinetic mutant? Well, probably not. But there is a real phenomenon at play here. It's not about magic, but about micro movements and metal fatigue. When you're intensely focused and rubbing the spoon, you're creating tiny, almost imperceptible muscle contractions. You're also creating heat from the friction. You're not consciously trying to bend it with brute force. Instead, you're applying a subtle, consistent pressure at the spoon's weakest point, usually where the bowl meets the handle. You find that sweet spot, and by applying this gentle, rhythmic pressure, you're exploiting the metal's properties. You're essentially rocking it back and forth on a microscopic level until the metal gives way. It feels like it's melting because the bend happens so gradually and smoothly. It's a powerful illusion that your mind is doing the work, when it's really your hands, just in a way you don't even notice. So are these rituals real magic? Maybe not in the way we see in movies, but they're a kind of magic, aren't they? They show us how a little bit of physics, a dash of psychology, and a whole lot of focused belief can create moments that feel utterly impossible. And that's a kind of power that's very, very real.